Welcome back to the Steelcalc Basic Tutorials. Today we are going to learn how we add another product into your project. We are also going to learn how we use the copy and paste functions, along with how we amend records through the project grid and also by using the data entry section. As you can see, we will be using the same project that we last created. So let's start. To add another product to your project, we need to go over to the Steelcalc Explorer and click on the Other Products Available functions. Once this has opened, you will see all the products that can be added to your project. You can select one or more products to add to your project. Simply select the products that you would like to add. The selecting of the products is the same as we were shown in part 1 of these tutorials. Once you have selected your required products, then click on the Next button at the bottom of this form. This next set of options is where you can change your default hourly protection for your new products, or you can leave it as the currently selected default that you are already using. Click on the Add to Project button at the bottom of this form. This process will add the products to your Steelcalc Explorer. You will see the new products displayed in Steelcalc Explorer. The new products are marked with a badge symbol with the letter N. You can open the product's details by clicking on the small plus sign by the side of the product's name. Steelcalc is currently selected to show the products in product type order. This can be changed if required by selecting the Show Explorer Facilities and selecting Group by Supplier. You are able to repeat the adding of products as many times as you like, until there are no products to add. As you can see, we are still using demonstration product 2 with the hourly protection of 60 minutes. We will now move on and learn how to use the copy and paste functions from within the Steelcalc project grid. While hovering over the Steelcalc project grid, you can click with your right mouse button to show a pop-up menu. This menu will show you all the options you can use to be able to perform the cut, copy and paste functions, plus how to be able to amend a record. There are more options available in the project grid's top toolbar. You can access the same cut, copy and paste functions from this toolbar too. There are also keyboard shortcuts you can use, like Ctrl+C to copy, Ctrl+X to cut and Ctrl+V to paste. There are different ways you can use to select your records. You use your left mouse button to select a single record. If you would like to select individual records, then hold down your Control key and click again with your left mouse button on the required record. If you would like to select a range of records, then select your first record, then move to the last record in your required range, hold down your Shift key and select that record. When you have at least one record selected, then you can use either the cut or copy functions. If you use the Copy All Product Records, then any selected records will be ignored, and Steelcalc will automatically copy all the records that are currently displayed in your project grid. The Cut All Product Records will function the same way. So for these functions you do not need to select any records. We will now click on the Copy All Product Records. This will save the copied records into the Steelcalc Copy Store. The copied data cannot be used outside of Steelcalc. The copied data is only stored while Steelcalc is running. If you close Steelcalc and then restart, all the copy store data will be lost. You can use the copy store data between different projects that you open in Steelcalc. Now that we have copy data, we are able to paste these records into another product. For this, we go to the Steelcalc Explorer and select the product that we would like the copied data to be pasted into. We will select the demonstration product 3. As there are no available records entered into this product, you will see that the project grid is empty. All the other records that you have entered are not lost, they just don't need to be shown at this time. We will now go to the project grid's top toolbar and select the paste function. You can use Ctrl V, or you can right mouse click and use the pop-up menu to access the same function. Because we have copied data from another product, then the stored top seal data might not match with the product that you are pasting into. If this is the case, then the following form will be displayed. If the form is not in a location on the screen that you like, then you can move it. Also, you are able to resize the form so you can see more detail. The top seal form enables you to select a top seal that you would like to use as the default for the currently selected product. Once you have made your choice, then click on the Continue button. You will now see that the copied data has been successfully added to your product. All required DFT data will have been updated. You can repeat the paste function as many times as you like. If you select the Paste Zone Editor function, then you are able to select one or more individual zones from the copied data. You can also select to have the copied data changed to another zone when pasted. We will just select the paste data that is stored in the zone, beams, and we will ask for the zone name beams to be changed to first floor. We can now repeat this process and ask for the same data to now be pasted into the zone, second floor. You can now see in your project grid that the two new zones have been created. We will change the project grid layout so we can see them more clearly. Once we have completed copying and pasting, we might want to edit some of the project grid records. This is how it is done. You can see in the project grid that several steel type UB have been entered in zone columns. We need to change these to zone beams. To do this, we will click on the zone of the record that we wish to change. The selected record will be shown with a yellow background. Once selected, we can overtype the zone with the new required zone. As soon as the correction is made, which will happen when you press your Enter key, the record will appear in the corrected zone, and the next record below the one we have just corrected will be made available. We can repeat this process until all the corrections have been made. All the steel types have been corrected and now appear in the right zone. We can scroll through the project grid to see if there are any other records that might need to be changed. We are now going to make an amendment by using the data entry area. To use the amend function, you can only have one record selected in your project grid. Click on your required record and then click on the amend button. When the button is clicked, Steelcalc will disable the project grid and other functions until the amendment has been completed. You will see that Steelcalc has changed all its setting to match the selected record. We are going to change the steel size. You can see the current one which is highlighted. To amend to a new one, then click on the new steel size in the steel sizes grid. Steelcalc will recalculate all the required data. You are now able to click on the amend button to commit the changes to your project. With the next amendment, we are going to change the item and length values in the data entry area. When you have entered your new data, then click on the amend button to commit the changes to your project. We will search the project grid one more time to see if anything else might need amending. The other alternative to amending in the data entry area is to use the project grid directly. There are a number of cells in the project grid that you can select to make direct amendments, like we did with the zone changes. Here we will click on the item cell. Once selected, it will be highlighted yellow. We can then overtype the value in the cell, and then click the Enter key on your keyboard. When the Enter key is pressed, then the next record below will be selected. We can now move on to the cell length. We use the same process as the cell items. You can repeat this as many times as you like. We will now look at amending the hourly protection data. There may be times when you need to change your inputted data from 60-minute loadings to 90-minute loadings, either in the same product or in other products. To do this, we use the copy and paste functions. Make sure that you have the correct records displayed in your project grid. We will copy all of the 60-minute records by using the Copy All Product Records function. Once you have copied your records to the copy store, you can then select the required hourly protection that you wish the records to be pasted into. In this example, we are going to paste them into 90-minute loadings. All the copied data has now been pasted into the 90 minutes. You can see a blue database icon displayed on the left side of the 60 and 90 minutes links. This icon tells us that there is data available in each one of these protections. If the 60-minute loading are no longer required, then we can select these records by clicking on the 60 minutes link to load the records into the project grid. We can then use the Cut All Product Records function to remove them from the live project. The cut records will be copied to the copy store, so you will be able to undo this process if you make a mistake. You can now see that the blue database icon has been removed from the 60-minute link. This shows us that there are no records available in the hourly protection. We will now select the 90-minute loading data to inspect the pasted data. We can see that most, if not all, steel sections that were pasted into the product have no DFT values. This tells us that the steel sections are not coverable by this product with this selected hourly protection. We can cut or copy the non-coverable records simply by using the functions Cut All Non-Coverable Records or Copy All Non-Coverable Records. This will enable us to paste just the non-coverable records into another product that is able to cover these sections for your selected hourly protection. As you can see, none of the steel sections were coverable by this selected product and hourly protection. Because we used Cut All Non-Coverable Records, then all of the records were removed. The records were copied into the copy store and are safe. You can use the undo function to restore the records automatically. What we can do now is to copy all of the product records to the copy store and paste the copied data into the 30 minutes loading data. Here you will see that most, if not all, of the steel sections now have a DFT value, which means that these steel sections can be covered by this product using 30-minute loading data. We will now explore the copy store data that we have saved and show how we can use the stored data in your currently opened project. We will now change from the currently selected product demonstration product 3 to the demonstration product 2 by clicking on the product name in the Steelcalc Explorer. We will then select the 120 minutes loading data for this product. As you can see, there are no records available for this product with this hourly protection. To paste data that has previously been stored in the copy store, we need to select which copy store module we would like to use. When we select a copy store module, you will see displayed all of the steel sections that are available and what will be pasted when selected. To paste the copy store module into your project, then click on the Paste button at the top of the form. The same process will apply as to what we used in the start of this video with the Project Grid Toolbar Paste function. If required, then the top seal form will show, so you can select your default top seal for this product. As you can now see, all of the required steel sections have been added to your currently selected product and hourly protection. You can add another copy store module if required. We will now inspect the pasted data. When using the data entry area for amendments, we are able to totally change one steel section type into another one if required. We will change a RHS column into a T3-sided section. Once we have finished with the copy store data, we can switch back to the project manager facilities, so we can create a new project or open another project. This completes today's demonstrations of how to add another product to your project, how to cut, copy and paste data in your project, how to amend project data either directly in the project grid or in the data entry area, how to use the copy store modules, and how to transfer from one hourly protection to another. In part 4 of Steelcalc Intumescence, we will learn how to create and build your reports. Thank you for watching this tutorial.